How's it going, guys? So, I know that this week's Premier League review is a day or so late, and I'm sorry for that. It's been a bit hectic coming up to Christmas, college, all that, but better late than never, and I promise to do better from now on. This week, pretty big results in there, some crazy results in there, a lot of shifting in the table, so let's get to it. Who's flying high? There's a few solid options. I mean, Leicester, Everton, but I had no choice really but to go for Liverpool because winning 7-0 away in the Premier League is pretty much unheard of. In fact, for Liverpool, it was unheard of. This is the first time they've ever done it. They did it against the Crystal Palace side, who have been far from poor this season. It was an absolutely spectacular performance, spectacular display of finishing. All around the park, Liverpool were pretty much on it, and it's very worrying going forward because the last thing anyone other than Liverpool fans want is for Liverpool to go and run away with the league. But if they keep playing like that, nobody's going to stop them. For who dropped the ball, I'm going with Tottenham, who lost 2-0 at home to Leicester. And losing to Leicester isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the Tottenham performance was very poor here, and we've seen it before with Tottenham. When things stop going their way, they tend to just have a tantrum. We saw it at the start of last season. They went into it having lost in the Champions League final against Liverpool, and they just seem to have no passion, no desire, no will to fight, and they started the season very poorly. This time around, it's pretty much the same thing. They lost that crunch game to Liverpool, which really, it's not written them out of the title race, but it's definitely made it a lot harder for them. They now sit in 6th in the table. And you saw it here in the Leicester game. They just didn't seem interested in it just because for a few matches things stopped going their way. I'm not complaining about it, but for Tottenham's sake, they'll want to pick themselves up pretty soon. For Shock of the Week, I'm going for the Man United 6, Leeds United 2 derby game. And I'm not even saying it's the Shock of the Week because Man United won, because honestly, Man United were really good on the day, and well, the way Leeds play, it deserves a lot of admiration, but occasionally this season they're going to get a few goals put past them. What is honestly the shocking thing about this game is that it only finished with 8 goals. This game could have finished with both teams having double figures because there was just chance after chance after chance that was being wasted. Yes, 8 goals were scored, and that's mighty impressive, but honestly, 12-8 wouldn't have been a surprising result here with the amount of chances that were squandered. Great game of football. I can't wait for the reverse fixture. I can't wait to just keep watching Leeds play because, okay, they were on the wrong end of it this time, but next time they'll just as easily be on the right end of it because they stick to their guns, they stick to their style of play. Very expansive, very attractive football. Didn't go their way this week. So, last time out, I asked you if you would want to be a 4th official in a big game. Seems to come with a lot of pressure, but the people that got back to me seem to say, yes, I would, as long as I got to rig the game in favour of my team, which, is fair enough. Sticking with the theme of asking for your opinion more so than asking an actual question, I'm going to say this week we saw a couple of crazy results. This season we've seen a lot of crazy results. So outside of this season, what do you think is the craziest game of football or the craziest scoreline you've ever seen? Comment below what your thoughts are. For Star of the Week, there were a lot of options here, depending on what way I wanted to look at it. I've decided to go for a player playing in that record-breaking Liverpool win, and even in that, there were a lot of options. Sadio Mane put in quite the shift. Jordan Henderson in the middle of the park. Mo Salah came on off the bench and got 2 goals and an assist. But I'm going for Bobby Firmino because Bobby plays up front, doesn't always get the goals. He got 2 in this game, and he doesn't necessarily always get the credit that he deserves, I think, for his role in that Liverpool team. But watching him in this game, it's kind of hard to believe that he doesn't score 20 goals a season because he was in the right positions all the time. His finishing looked on point. Both of his goals were things of beauty. So, yeah, for that reason, I'd like to see more of this from Bobby Firmino instead of always just being the focal point. I'd like to see him be more of a goal threat. I wouldn't like him to be more of a goal threat because I'm not a Liverpool fan, but just as a footballing perspective, you would like to see more of this from Bobby Firmino. And yeah, he's my star of the week. Anyway, lads, that's it for this one. I'm going to let Arsenal off the hook this week because honestly I've just run out of mean things to say about them at this point. Like if you did enjoy, comment below what your thoughts on the game week were, subscribe for more footy chats, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video.